What alcohol really does to your brain, the shocking truth revealed. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we drop eye-opening science videos every single day, stuff that actually matters to your life. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a new upload. Today, we're going to uncover what alcohol really does to your brain and mind. Whether it's a glass of wine after work, beers with friends, or a wild Saturday night, every sip is doing something inside your head, and it's probably way more intense than you think. Let's crack this open. The moment alcohol hits your lips, the countdown begins. It slips into your stomach, races through your bloodstream, and within minutes, it's inside your brain. No detours, no waiting in line. That's why you can feel that first drink almost immediately. This fast entry is one of alcohol's secret weapons. Unlike food, it doesn't need to be digested or broken down before it starts working. Your brain is basically wide open for business the moment ethanol shows up. That's why you can feel the buzz long before you've even finished your first glass. Here's the sneaky part. Alcohol is technically a depressant, but at first it feels like a stimulant. You start to loosen up, laugh more, maybe dance like nobody's watching. That's because alcohol starts dialing down the parts of your brain that keep you shy and cautious. Basically, it's lowering your inhibitions. Think of it like dimming the lights in a room. The guardrails in your brain that usually tell you, maybe don't say that, or maybe don't text your ex, are suddenly less strict. That's why conversations flow more easily, jokes feel funnier, and the night feels full of possibilities. Alcohol isn't just giving you courage, it's hijacking your brain's messaging system. It boosts GABA, the chemical that chills everything out, making you feel relaxed and carefree. It blocks glutamate, which normally keeps your thoughts sharp, so things start to feel slower and fuzzier. And here's the kicker. It releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical that tells your brain, hey, this is awesome, do it again. This triple punch is why alcohol can make you feel so good, and why it can be so addictive. Dopamine especially plays a dangerous role. It rewards you for drinking, encouraging you to take just one more, even when you've already had enough. Ever notice how a party drink can make you feel like you're on top of the world, only to leave you craving more the next weekend? That's dopamine at work, building a mental connection between alcohol and pleasure. Your brain literally starts to remember the good feelings and asks for a repeat performance. Meanwhile, GABA and glutamate are quietly throwing off your balance. GABA slows down your brain signals like a traffic cop waving cars to stop, while glutamate, normally the accelerator, has its foot forced off the gas. The result? A chilled-out but slower mind that struggles to process details or think clearly. A few drinks in, things change. Your speech might start to slur, walking feels like navigating a trampoline, and suddenly you can't remember where you put your phone. That's because alcohol is now messing with your hippocampus, the part of your brain that stores new memories. This is where blackouts happen. You might look awake and even carry on conversations, but your brain simply stops recording. No memories, no rewind button. Blackouts are not the same as passing out. You might be laughing, dancing, or even sending texts, but the memory files never get saved. The next day, you wake up with gaps in your timeline, wondering how the night ended. It's unsettling, and it's your brain's way of saying it was overwhelmed. Meanwhile, your cerebellum, the brain's balance center, is drunk right along with you. That's why the room starts spinning and stares become your enemy. The more you drink, the more this part of your brain struggles, which is why even simple tasks like standing up or finding your keys suddenly feel like Olympic challenges. And don't forget your prefrontal cortex, the region that controls judgment. The more it's suppressed, the more likely you are to make choices you'd normally avoid. Risky behavior, bad texts, or emotional outbursts all become much more likely when this CEO of the brain is temporarily off duty. Fast forward to the next day. Your mouth feels like sandpaper, your head is pounding, and you're wondering why you ever thought tequila shots were a good idea. This is your brain trying to recover. Alcohol messes with your hydration, inflames your system, and wrecks your sleep. Plus, the chemicals your brain used to fight off alcohol's sedative effects are now firing on overdrive, causing anxiety. that awful mix of anxiety and regret that hits the morning after. It's not just in your head. During the night, your body lost more water than usual because alcohol blocks the hormone that helps you retain fluids. Your blood sugar likely dropped, your stomach lining got irritated, and your sleep cycle was disrupted. Even if you slept for hours, your brain missed out on the deep, restorative stages of sleep it needs to recharge. Ever notice that vague sense of dread or paranoia after drinking? That's your neurotransmitters struggling to find balance. Your brain is temporarily flooded with excitatory chemicals that overshoot, leaving you edgy and uneasy. With occasional drinks, your brain can bounce back. But heavy drinking over time? That's a different story. The more you drink, the more your brain adjusts to alcohol's constant presence. It starts needing more booze to get the same buzz, tolerance, and struggles to work without it, dependence. Over the years, this can shrink parts of your brain, hurt your memory, and mess with decision-making. Alcohol is also a mood double agent. At first, it numbs pain and stress, but long-term it can fuel anxiety, depression, and sleep problems, creating a vicious cycle that's hard to break. People often drink to escape negative feelings, but alcohol itself makes those feelings stronger over time. Scientists have even found that chronic alcohol use can reduce gray matter in the frontal lobes, the very part of your brain that controls reasoning and self-control. That means the more you drink, the harder it becomes to stop. It's a trap that feeds itself. If you're under 25, listen up. Your brain is still under construction, especially the prefrontal cortex, the part that controls judgment and self-control. Drinking during these years can permanently change how your brain develops, making it easier to get addicted and harder to learn or remember things later. Teenage and young adult brains are like wet cement. Alcohol doesn't just sit on the surface, it leaves permanent marks. Studies show that heavy drinking before the brain fully matures can lead to weaker connections between neurons, making focus, planning, and emotional control more difficult in adulthood. And because dopamine systems are extra sensitive in young people, the reward of drinking feels even stronger, which can push someone into risky drinking patterns much faster than in older adults. You've probably heard that a glass of wine is good for your heart. New research says otherwise. Even small amounts of alcohol can slightly increase the risk of cancer and long-term brain changes. There's really no completely safe level of drinking when it comes to your brain. That doesn't mean you can never toast at a wedding or enjoy a drink at a celebration, but it does mean that every sip carries a trade-off. Your brain, your liver, and even your DNA are all affected, even at levels that once seemed harmless. The one glass a day myth is slowly being replaced by a more honest message. The less alcohol you drink, the better for your long-term health. Here's the best part: your brain can heal. Cut back on drinking or quit altogether, and within weeks your memory sharpens, your sleep improves, and your mood lifts. Your brain literally starts rewiring itself, building new connections and recovering lost ground. Hydration, good food, exercise, and rest can speed this up. And if alcohol has a bigger grip on you than you'd like, support groups, therapy, or professional help can make all the difference. Recovery isn't just physical, it's mental and emotional too. Many people who cut back on drinking report clearer thinking, more stable moods, and even a renewed sense of motivation. Your brain loves to heal when given the chance. Alcohol can turn a quiet night into a party, but it's also playing puppet master with your brain, tweaking your mood, memory, and decision-making with every sip. Knowing the truth helps you take back control. If you found this eye-opening, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you never miss our daily science videos. Share this with a friend who loves a night out. They might thank you tomorrow. And don't miss our next video, where we'll break down simple, practical steps to reduce alcohol intake. Whether you just want to cut back or stop completely, we'll share easy strategies to help you regain control and keep your brain healthy. Take care of your brain, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.